Desire is the creation force of life itself. It is a way to know oneself, express oneself, create oneself. More than that, it is a way to create experiences. Desire is communicated and felt through the body, and its sensations, goosebumps, chills, a pulsing heart, cheek-hurting joy, all of it is how desire communicates itself through you. For myself, I know a desire is coming from deep within when I start sweating profusely from my armpits and my armpits only. It's a very cute thing that I've discovered over this time. Desire feels good, and the fulfillment of desire even better. That's the bliss of having a sensing body. That's what the goosebumps, and the chills, and the cheek-hurting joy, and that Shakti, that chi, that energy moving through you. It's electrifying, it's enlivening. And I often think, I know this, that desire is a taboo topic in spirituality. And in many places it's vilified or seen as just a distraction, all of these things. I know the Buddha said that the root of all suffering is attachment, and that's what I want to ground us back into. Suffering doesn't come from desire, it comes from our attachment to it. What the Buddha is expressing is that once a desire is fulfilled, you await or seek the next, or you can begin to desire things that are impossible, like immortality or a life that doesn't involve the experience of death, of aging, of pain. So it's a non-stop cycle where you are often seeking outside of yourself or are distracted by wants and cravings that will never fulfill you, that ultimately disconnects you from reality and from the truth within and beyond you. But this type of desire is a desire that distracts. This desire and its supposed fulfillment pulls you away from looking at what within you needs this desire to be filled in order to be present, feel love, have value, be connected to truth, etc. It is desire and the attachment to desires that pull us away from truth that cause suffering within our personal lives and within the world at large. I think it's very important for us to understand where our desires are coming from. What is controlling and impacting our desires, and what are they rooted in? For many people, their desires are rooted in unaddressed emotional pain and trauma, fears, lack, something to alleviate pain and suffering. It's grounded in avoidance and numbing and patterning, expectation, learned values, all of it. And this is why it is that we see so much addiction running rampant through the modern world today, whether that's to drugs, to social media, to approval, to striving, to people. But what I think is incredibly important for us to connect to is none of this is who we are. We are not our emotional pain and trauma. We are not the identities that we inherited from them, nor the very smart and needed survival skills that we needed when we were going through painful emotional experiences. We are not our beliefs or ideas of lack or experiences of pain. We are not our values. We are not our beliefs. We are none of that. So we need to decide and gracefully and compassionately do the work of going within to let go of all that we are not. So who it is that we are becomes our point of creation through desire. If you can only be happy, peaceful, present, open, true, etc., if your desires are fulfilled as you expect them to be, you are attached and will not live a free and fulfilling life, which is painful because it's available to you. It's here and now. Life and your capacity to enjoy it has now become reduced to conditions, to your control over things. Desire then becomes a distraction from truth rather than a creation and expression of it. Our pains and traumas inherited from consciousness of domination create an identity that manipulates desire because it's the only way for that identity and consciousness to survive. It creates an environment of lack, of competition, insecurity, dependency, and disconnect, because that is what it needs to keep controlling our thoughts, our actions, our beliefs, our habits, our desires. It is this consciousness that tells you, I have no value unless I have this, or I am this, or I become this, or I need this physical thing, or I need to have this experience in order to be, fill in the blank, happy, fulfilled, present, loving, blah, 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 blah. When we know through connection and witnessing, not isolating and separating from this ego, which is formed through survival under the domination of consciousness, the consciousness of domination, we can cease to be controlled by it. And as we uncover all that is untrue, what is true to life will reveal itself to us. Desires, when grounded and pursued in truth, is the most powerful force of creation there is. Here, we know through experience that desire is communication from the force of creation that has sustained the universe. No, it is life yearning to become through us. And that us doesn't just include humans. When I first read the Bhagavad Gita, I had seen this quote by Eknath Easwaran, and it really transformed my life. And I remember I put this on a vision board that I created for myself, and now it's like everywhere. It is the driving force of the life that I choose to experience. And he says, the person who realizes God has yoked all human passions to the desire to give, to love, and serve. And in this unification, we can see not the extinction of personality, but its full blossoming. This is what it means to be fully human. This flowering of the spirit appeals to everyone, being used for a purpose, recognized by yourself as a mighty one, the being of force of nature. I love this quote. It's just so good. The fact that when one comes to realize truth at the core of life, God, divinity, spirit, essence, the mystery, it is the only thing that's present is the desire to give, to love, and serve. And this is what it can mean to be fully human on this earth at this time. This is us being a force of nature. Oh, it's so powerful. I want to really just unravel this myth that desire isn't spiritual, that desire is somehow a distraction of the human experience, whatever it is. Spirit is wholeness, and spirituality is the experience of wholeness as you are, as we are, as life is, as reality is. And you are here in a body, in a sensing body, having a human experience. Most humans live disconnected from their embodied experience. Everything from the distractions of the modern world, overworking, overconsumption, to the disembodied transcendental spirituality that teaches us that sensation and sensual experience is somehow wrong or dirty or shameful. All of this moves us away from the very experience our spirits chose, which is this human experience. Neither extreme supports our connection to truth, nor the sacred purpose of desire. One of the most powerful ways that we have been granted to know truth in this life is through feeling, and we cannot feel if we are disconnected. If we are afraid of feeling emotions, sensations, we cannot experience life, nor the truth that it is constantly demonstrating and reflecting to us. And the process of returning to truth, which is unity and wholeness and oneness, demonstrates this. To access the depth of love and bliss and peace at the core of who you and all of life is, you must open up to feeling through and letting free the painful experiences that you have bottled up inside. And it's all about building capacity. And you build capacity step by step. You have to begin to feel the vulnerability of letting go of what used to protect who you thought you were. You have to begin to build your capacity to feel the truth of this disconnect, the attachment you form to it, and to the uncertainty of what will replace it. You must begin to feel the voids that you try to fill with the various addictions that exist on this planet. You must feel the letting go of all that you knew to feel the receiving of all there is to know. You have to feel. So have it. Have the human experience, all of it, painful, pleasurable, the in-between, the way in which painful experiences can transform and alchemize into the greatest of pleasures and vice versa, all of it. Experience all of it beyond isolated categorizations of good and bad. Experience it from a point of awareness and connection to who you/we, beyond humans, really are. Free, eternal, and boundless. And the experience becomes even more expansive. Don't isolate or separate aspects of the human experience from spirituality. This is the experience your spirit chose for you to remember. I'm reminded of this quote, and I don't know who to attribute this to, but it just says, connected to all, attached to nothing. It's the very truth of who we are. When we're connected to self, to the Atman, to truth, to this essence of life through the human experience, one sees desire as a universal intelligence. It is the universe saying, I wish to create this. And the energy, that enlivening, electrifying energy that one feels in desire is the force of creation, of life, essentially screaming, hey, I am here for this if you choose to fulfill me. And we can never fully know nor understand why. We don't necessarily have to, because it is not about the outcome. From this point of connection to truth, where you are aware of who we are, what reality is, the limitations of the mind being able to perceive any of that, and you're also aware of all that we are not. Desire isn't necessarily personal, it's universal. And you become a channel for whatever is desired by universal intelligence to become through. You can trust in the outcome because you know what is driving the process. From this point, you are unattached. You are free from this need to control the process to receive the outcome that you desire, that you think is right, or that you think will finally offer you safety, whatever, love, peace, fulfillment. You are free from being driven by emotional pain and traumatic experiences and the survival skills that were very wise that you inherited from them. You are free from the endless cycle of starving desires and cravings that cause suffering through disconnect. By being connected to truth and being a clear, open channel for universal intelligence to create through, you get to be there for the joy and love of creating itself. You get to be there for the joy and love of being a channel for divine, universal intelligence, desire to create through. If it's true to the core of who you are, What can be wrong about it? Now, I invite people into a practice. It's a practice that I've used for the past few years. It's a practice I always return to. And it's simply a practice of connecting to your yes. And I always invite people to start small. So much of the ways in which we have been taught to live in this world have disconnected us from yes, have made us feel like living from obligation and duty and expectation is how it is that we should be. So connecting to your yes in small ways is a great way for you to connect to the deeper yeses that are coming from your soul. And this is best done alongside other work, through meditation, through healing therapies, whatever it is that you use to connect to truth. So what is a yes for you? It could be as small as, I'd love milk in my coffee. I'd love to paint my nails red. I'd love to make someone smile today. Feel it in your body, where it exists. If there's movement, if there's tension in you, beginning to explore what yes feels like in seemingly small ways. And then when this practice, you become more comfortable here, I invite you to expand into larger things. Maybe it's, I'd love to have more free time to create, or I'd love to live closer to my family, or I'd love to learn a new skill, or I would love to, be free. And as you build on this with your other practices that support you to connecting to spirit, go larger and larger and larger. What do you desire for humanity? What do you desire for the earth? What do you desire for the life forms that create this lived experience that your spirit chose? Let truth be your only desire. Let love be your only desire. But it's interesting because this is who you are. This is what you are. This is what all of life is. So you need not desire who you are. You only need to become it. So perhaps we can let desire from an increasingly clear and open space within us guide us to becoming. And from this space, life can become through us. I hope that your hearts and spirits can receive this song, the song that came from Universal Intelligence. It's 5 a.m. where I am, and I had energy to create this, and it just came through. So I'm like, all right, life, here we go. May it expand your life, and from that space, expand the lives of all that interact with you, all who cross your paths. Be well, be well, be well. Once again, if you are interested in doing the work and having a support system to guide you through clearing all that you are not, in order for you to become all that you are, you can press the link that is in the description where I offer a healing experience. The first session is always free, and all future sessions are done on a donation basis. Be well, be love, be free. That's all I can say.